Hey everyone, Nick Espinosa, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about DJI drones because remote controlling your DJI drone could give attackers remote control of your phone that you're using to remote control the drone. Now here's what's going on, and this is coming from Cyberscoop, and I'm just going to say this ahead of time. The last time I did something on DJI and possible attacks and vulnerabilities like this, I got a ton of hate posting on a video that went viral on Facebook, on my Facebook account, and it was absolutely bonkers. I don't think I've been called an idiot that much in my life in the span of like 24 to 48 hours. So here we go again. Apparently they have a very hardcore following, but everybody needs to know what's going on. And as I mentioned, this is coming from Cyberscoop. Now, the Android application used to operate drones manufactured by DJI contains a number of features that could actually allow attackers to target users with malicious applications or even gain full control of your phone. And this is according to recent research done by Synactive and Grimm, Grimm, jointly. Synactive is in France, Grimm is in the United States. Now, researchers found that the DJI Go 4 application can force updates on users without routing them through the Google Play Store, meaning they are phoning home outside of Google's secure ecosystem. Now, the application may also install arbitrary applications through the Weibo software development kit. Weibo is a massive Chinese social media company that has a massive software development, and that is really concerning, and we'll talk about that because it can bypass Google once again, according to Grimm. In so doing, the application then shares users' personal information with Weibo. Again, we are talking about citizens here in the United States, and could allow attackers to target individuals with malicious application installations, also according to the research. Now, given the access that this application actually has, which includes the user's contacts, the microphone, the camera, the geolocation, this could give DJI or third parties that DJI allows in nearly full control of a user's phone. The research also found that the kind of update, this kind of updating by basically bypassing Google is probably in violation of Google Play that wants to have a closed ecosystem that is a lot more Wild West than iPhones, but it's somewhat modeled after that the safest way that you can get an update for your phone is through the Google Play Store and not a third-party location like what they are saying here. Now, the DJI application also simultaneously collects personal information like the IMSI, IMEI, and serial number of the SIM card in your phone, none of which is necessary to actually operate the drone, which then raises concerns that this information could be gathered for other purposes. The application also continues to run in the background and make network requests phoning home, even when you close the application, again, according to the research. Now, this is not the first time DJI has basically faced challenges here in North America, specifically the United States, over cybersecurity concerns, although obviously Europe has issues too, since Synactive is sitting in France. Looking at this, the U.S. Army banned DJI drones about 3 years ago following warnings from the Navy that their drone systems were quote-unquote highly vulnerable. That's the video I did that got me a ton of hate, basically hate mail, if you will, or hate posting. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people don't know this, but Chinese intelligence laws in China basically require DJI and other Chinese-based companies to share data on American citizens that they collect with the Beijing government, and DJI is collecting a ton of it. I just went through everything that they've got. They can basically remote control your phone, but they're collecting your contacts, your location, everything, not to mention the characteristics of your phone that make it unique to you, and they are giving this to the government. That is Chinese law. That is a very serious thing. Now, DJI has refuted these claims, but they did it in a rather interesting way. They didn't actually address the core of this issue here at all, and instead, and I quote the Cyberscoop article, quote, DJI said in a statement that the features in question are not in the government version of the software, meaning if you are in the US government here and you have this software, these features are not there. They're saying this is to thwart basically somebody from breaking or modifying their application so that it can get around the barriers of, let's say, geofencing for the drone and all of these kinds of things. That is total BS. As the research points out, basically Google has an entire ecosystem for safely and securely updating the apps to ensure that they are not getting hit in this manner. So by opening this up and basically routing you back to China with your information, this is a completely false statement from DJI, and they didn't address this for the consumer. So if you have a DJI drone and you are watching this or listening to me here and you are not using it for official US government purposes, you're just hanging out and flying with your drone, heads up to you. If you're running an Android phone, they've got a ton of stuff on you and they are sending it back to China and the Chinese government is collecting it. Now, interestingly enough, this does not so far appear to be affecting iPhone users. And so heads up there, obviously the research I think is still going on with the iPhone side, but on the Android side, we have a very serious problem. So that is your drone news of the day. And if you have a DJI drone, heads up, you have a lot of vulnerability to potential Chinese attackers from their government if they're not just collecting data, possibly sideloading and installing things into your phone that you don't know about. And the research now proves it. And there you go. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online, and apparently stay away from DJI drones. Thanks, guys.